Hey YouTube, Wayne's Fish Tanks 9N here, back at it for another video. On today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a quick update on the 50-gallon tank as well as my DIY mini mason jar tank. So it's just going to go over how the fish are doing, how the plant's doing, all the water parameters, if I've been having any problems or anything like that. I'll just go over everything there and I'll give you guys a quick little update. So I'm just going to move the camera over just so you guys can see the tanks better. Put that in right there. Should be good. So yeah, as you can see on the left-hand side, just over there, you can see the mini mason jar tank. So I'll zoom into it some more after. So yeah, as you guys can see, the 50-gallon tank. Everything seems to be going pretty good. For the most part, the biggest changes that it's been so far is I've moved the the Java fern I've pretty much attached all of them to the plants. So as you can tell, or sorry, not to the plants, to the branches. So as you can tell, there's two bunches here, one at the front, one in the back, and then there's a couple more there. And then I do have some small sprouting. So I just planted those in the substrate, but that's pretty much the biggest difference. On the left-hand side, just over there, my hornwort's melting a little bit. I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's not the end of the world, only because there's a lot of new growth coming back, little sprouting, so it's not the end of the world. Trying to think what else is new. Yeah, the dwarf sage. Doesn't look too hot. There just seems to be lots of melt and it's not really growing back too well, so I don't know if those will make it or not. My red crypts for sure have taken off. So as you guys remember, when I originally got all the plants, I had two bunches of crypts, and now I'm at one here, one there, one there, one there, one there, and then I have a small one in the mini DIY tank. So right now I'm at 6 nice sized bunches, so they seem to be going pretty good. Yeah, Charles was just out and about. But other than that, like, the plant growth seems to be pretty good. I would say that long plants in the back here, they've been growing quite a bit. I did trim them down to probably about 10 centimeters, and now they're already probably back up to 15 to 20 centimeters. So they seem to be doing pretty well. Trying to think what else. I do have some other cultured plants that I got from my local fish store. A couple carpeting plants, so we'll see how those do. They're not really too much growth yet. For the Anubias, I kind of had to bury them a little bit under the branches, only because the big rainbow shark there, every time he would come out and about, he'd bump into them, and then the next morning they'd be floating around the tank. So just got to take those precautions and just make sure that they're not always floating around. I just recently put in another flourish, the feeding tabs, the plant root tabs. So this has been round 2, so I'll probably wait another couple weeks and then I'll put in another round, so just to keep the nutrients into the tank. So I'm curious if that'll make a difference at all, or how big of a difference it'll make, because I didn't really put any more fresh tabs in until just yesterday, I believe. So it's been a couple months since setting this tank up, so I don't know, maybe I waited too long to put in the nourish tabs, but we'll see what happens. As for fish, the rainbow shark's doing well, and the two little, I believe they're tetras, they seem to be doing pretty good. I'm going to hopefully add in some new fish shortly. I'll just be giving it some time. I have quite a bit of snails in the tank as well, which is definitely good because they're cleaning up all the fish poop and whatnot. And then the swords in the back aren't doing too bad either. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I try to, when I do my weekly water change, I change out or wring out the filter pads on one of either of the two filters. And then I clean out the circulation pump up here. And it seems to always attract a lot of like plant debris that's floating around. But yeah, it's not doing too bad. It looks cool when all the plants are moving around rather than in just still and stagnant water, and it helps bring all the fish debris and fish poop out, just so they don't get all lodged in the same area. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the update on the 50 gallon. I don't think I'll be changing a whole lot. Depends, I might do a little bit more aquascaping. I might take out some of the hornwort there that's looking a little crappy, and I might take out the dwarf sage, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what happens. So now moving on to the mini DIY tank. Hope you guys can see that there. Let me put something underneath the, yeah, maybe I'll set it on this book here. That way you guys will be a little bit higher. So yeah, so that's pretty much what it looks like. Little bit of plant growth here and there. Nothing too new and exciting. I did a water change this week on it. The only thing you can tell is that there's a film of debris or whatever it is that grows on the top of the water. It just kind of sits there, obviously, because there's no water circulation. The little stringy sprouts that you can see coming down from the top, that's just part of the hornwort. I guess it releases that. I don't know. I put some from the 50-gallon tank in there just to see what happens. But no real updates on the mini DIY tank. It's just mostly on the 50-gallon. So let's bring you guys back over here, and I'll end up the video. So yeah, so that's going to pretty much be it for this week's video. Hopefully on next week's video or so, I'm going to try and set up the new tank that I resealed. I'm just going to leak test it first just to see that it holds water before I do anything with it. But other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. If you guys think of any video suggestions or anything that you guys would like to see or have any comments for me, just leave it in the comments section below. So yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys can, please subscribe and click that notification bell to stay tuned and to get email alerts when I release a new video. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and take care now. Bye-bye.